to the channel. Want to touch on a couple things before we start this video here, or start getting into what this video is going to be about. I do want to touch on the Maple Grove thing. Maple Grove is our local track here in Pennsylvania. I'm not going to boycott Maple Grove or anything. I don't agree with what happened there. We were going to miss the NHRA event. If you guys have realized what I do for a job is I am a Cornwell tools dealer. So we do sponsor John Force Racing for the NHRA. If you watch one of my other videos there where I was at the track with the John Force Racing team, you know, what a great experience for me and my whole family to be there at the track, be up on the starting line, have my tool truck there. I mean, it was just great. And we're going to keep sponsoring John Force Racing team, but now it's going to be, you know, further away for us to go to, you know, if we want to go see that event. So that kind of sucks. And like I said, I'm not going to boycott Maple Grove or anything for what they did. It does suck a little bit. You probably won't see me hardly ever race there. They do have a race coming up this winter where it's a daily driver race. Don't tell my wife this, but I'd like to take the Explorer there, so you'll know if I do go there to this daily driver event, because we'll obviously videotape it and, you know, make some content. So that's all I'm going to say about that. I do want to send our thoughts, prayers, and hearts out to the Greg Biffle family. What a tragic week it's been, you know, with all this happening in the world of motorsports. That was a great family who did stuff for other family, our other families, you know, and helping them out, and then that family stuck by each other in the motorsport world, and, you know, and I think that's what we need, and that's what I like these videos to be about. You know, some of my videos are mostly going to be about family and racing and stuff we do together. So you know, with that being said, some of my biggest inspirations in doing this is, you know, Old Man's Garage, SRC, you know, Second Gen. I just love how they integrate their whole family in all their videos, you know, when they're doing this. You know, their grandkids, their dogs, their wives, their friends. Your friends become your family. You know, I have lots of friends that I really feel like they are my family. You know, when we're out doing these things together, you know, vacations, cruises, you know, cruising in Maryland, car shows, drag racing. You'll see us all together all the time. You know, so it is great, you know. And then, you know, today's video, you know, we're down here working at Dylan's garage. We're working on Dylan's car, you know, which you all know is my son. His car has been in the family. That car was my brother's years ago, who had passed away at a very young age from a genetic disorder. So Dylan acquired the car at 15 years old, you know, and Dylan's 26 now. So he's had the car. He's been trying to do with the car what he wants to do and what he can afford, you know. Like, you know, another inspiration is, you know, the Brew 2L. You know, he inspires us with the videos, you know, to work on cars and do what you can do and work with what you got. It's not about how fast you can make these cars. You know, have fun with them. So, and that's what we do. We have fun as a family. So, you know, if you have negative comments about, you know, oh, you could stick a bigger motor in it, why are you sticking this in it? You know, it's not about that. You know, he's doing what he can afford, and we'll get there. So with that being said, today we are working on putting together my old 306. So my 306 that I had in my car, you know, was it ran 1180. So Dylan's gonna try to have fun with it this year and go a little faster than he did before. Dylan's fastest in this car was a 1260, so he's gonna try to make consistent low 12s. You know, if he can hit 11s with it, great. So I'll show you a little bit of that. So we're gonna start putting the oil pan on this and the timing cover here. So that's what we're going to work on a little bit, and then we'll do a little bit of everything, but we're going to cut in and out and show you progress as we get it together. This is a 306, like I said. It does have a comp cam in it with I think it's like a 596 lift cam. We put a new oil pump on it just to keep the lubrication you know, moving. This motor has been down the track many times. 7-quart oil pan, I think. What kind of oil pan, Dylan?
Proform.
So this is Dylan. He may be a little bit camera shy. I don't even know if he wants to be on camera, but tough doo-doo there. But yeah, and then putting some head studs in it there. So yeah, we'll get back to you with the progress as we go. Please subscribe, share, and like this video. All that helps with us to keep creating these videos, and you know, and be able to do more with these videos. So yeah, thanks. Alright guys, we got the oil pan on, harmonic balancer, we got the timing cover on, the heads are on, they are torqued down. We got to adjust the valves yet, so we got the push rods in, roller rockers on. These are 1.7 roller rockers. The heads aren't nothing special. They're a cast iron Windsor Junior head that I ran, had poured it and polished. I think the valves are like a 196, 160 or 164, something like that. Here's what the engine's going to look like, you know, all together there. Doesn't have the headers on it, intake, valve cover, a couple pulleys. So. Alright, we'll see if we can soon get her sit in the car. I don't think we'll get fired up today, but maybe tomorrow or in a couple days. But we'll definitely keep the content coming with it. Like I said earlier about working on cars and stuff, you know, with family, doing projects like this, it makes it, you know, stuff you can do together as a family. You know, when I was a kid, we didn't have that kind of stuff. You know, my dad never did anything with me. So, you know, when I met my wife at an early age, I mean, really young, so I met, you know, got to know her dad and do a lot of stuff with her dad. So everything I learned about working on cars and everything was from her dad. You know, he's no longer with us, so, I mean, that sucks, but, you know, and he's missed, but that's, you know, now I can do it with my kids and grandkids. So here's some before. There it is, fellas, back in its home. There's a little bit of a pain in the quarter panel there, getting the headers in. We actually had to take, if you could see down through there, we had to take the steering arm off and it actually went through the header. So yeah, that's going to be a pain if we ever have to do any work on this. But there it is. Alright, we're probably going to sign off for the night here, and we'll start off tomorrow trying to put the transmission and everything else back together. Alright fellas, that's it for this video today. If you like this video, hit the like button and the subscribe button please. And remember, keep making them fast and loud.